Welcome back to the channel. My name is Abel. Welcome back to Local to Global with the Europa FC on FM22. That's right, we're at our brand new club. I introduced them to you last time. We are now managing Europa FC from Gibraltar. And today we're playing our first match with them. Big stakes. It's the second leg of a Champions League qualifier against Hesperange from Luxembourg. We are 2-0 down from the first leg. Going to try and turn it around and see if we can get through. If you're enjoying the series, drop a like down below and leave comments. So the best way is to support the channel. If you haven't done so already, or if you're new, then do subscribe, turn notifications on so you don't miss a single episode of Local to Global. Let's see if we can get off to a winning start. We don't have a very big squad, but let's see what we can do. So last time we showed you our new club, we signed our contract and we had a look at our squad. It isn't a very big squad, not a very big squad at all. And there's also an injury and a suspension. So going to struggle to get a squad out today, but we will try and get some sort of squad out. And then after that, we'll try and look at a few other bits and pieces. We'll stay with the European staff. We'll have a draw for the next round of whatever competition we go into. But yeah, first match today at our new club. Couple of points that I didn't mention about Gibraltar. Every team plays their games in the same stadium, Victoria Stadium, capacity of 2,226, and all league matches in the Gibraltar League are played at this stadium. Looking a bit more at Europa FC, decent pitch condition, basic corporate facilities, average training facilities and basic youth facilities, a fairly basic academy coaching setup, and basic youth recruitment. We don't have any affiliates, and it's going to be a bit early for us to get a senior affiliate, so we'll try and get that when we can, but at the moment it's just a bit too early. And in terms of player registration, we're allowed no more than 7 foreign-based players out on loan, and we're only allowed to loan 7 players to foreign clubs. Because Gibraltar is a British overseas territory, it's still counted as the UK, which means that UK players we can bring in without a need for a work permit. But players from Europe, we'd need to apply for a work permit. So you might think with Gibraltar being on the south of Spain that we can get some Spanish players. We can, but we need to get them a work permit. So that's not really going to be something we can do. So the only players that we can get in without work permits are the UK and Ireland and any other British overseas territory. So maybe the British Virgin Islands, but what's the likelihood we're going to get a good player from there? So really we're looking at more UK based players, which might mean we can actually raid the National League and the National League South. We might actually be able to raid some Tunbridge players and bring them over if they're not too expensive. We'll have a bit more of a focus on recruitment next episode, and probably in a couple of videos time once the transfer windows are all done and dusted. Swift Hesperange are our opponents in this Champions League qualifying game. They're the Luxembourg champions, won the league for the very first time last season. We trailed 2-0 after a double from Collie. He got a goal and then a penalty, and then we went down to 10 men in the second half. But we did beat the New Saints 2-0 with Diallo and Hernandez getting a goal each, and then they beat the San Marino side Trey Penne 3-1. That's awesome in Gibraltar. Garner, Crankshaw and Pino got goals there, and then another red card. So with that, let's get into the game and let's see what we can do. Gonna have a good look at training as well off camera, because the fact that we're now professional means that we can set up all our training. When we were with Tunbridge, we were semi-pro and part-time, so we couldn't actually get a great deal of training done. We only had 2 training slots a week. So yeah, now that we actually have professional club, we can actually do a bit more training. We are going to start on balanced today, just to see how the game goes, just feel the game out a little bit. And this is the quick pick it's given us, so I think we will probably keep this almost as it is. Maybe change up some of the roles, but I don't really think we're going to really need to do much. I think we'll keep him as the defensive midfielder, Charsley as a right-sided Zala. I think we did look at doing that last time. Christy Davis, he is right-footed, but he can be maybe an advanced playmaker actually, rather than a centre mid. So let's maybe make that change. Centre midfielder on attack was really good with us when we had Doug Loft in that role. He was 36 and he got like 7 goals and then 11 assists last season with Tunbridge. So the role just works really well. I'm going to try it for now, but we do have the option to maybe go advanced playmaker if need be. Hawks, I think, would be better maybe as an inverted winger, although inside forwards do seem to have had a bit of a buff in the winter update, I've noticed, from from watching other people. Hernandez as a winger, I think that will work pretty well. And then Garner as a target forward. I mean, the system was almost identical from the one we had at Tunbridge, and the players just seem to fit it really well at the moment anyway, so that's fine. The bench, I think we'll leave as it is. I could take the keeper off, but I'm not sure if any of these players are going to be, any good for us right now. So we're going to keep this team, going to keep this 11, and use the bench it's selected for us. I think I've got everything that I've got from the Tunbridge tactic. Again, we can take things off and add things on if we need to. But let's see if we can get a result here. We're currently 2-0 down from the first leg in Luxembourg. So, we've got a bit of work to do, but let's see if we can get through. I say we've got ourselves an important game here for our very first match. Hopefully we can do something. Okay, we are underway. Plenty of fans here in attendance at the Victoria Stadium. And let's see how this game goes. Charsley with the ball there, but that shot or pass was blocked. And here's Garner to Charsley. There might be a chance here early on here. We're inside 3 minutes. Chance to put the ball in here maybe. Crankshaw. Gets across away, and it's Christy Davis, and it's a great start to the game, less than 3 minutes in, and Isaac Christy Davis makes it Europa 1, Swift 0 on the night. We do still trail on aggregate 2-1, but a really fantastic start to the game, inside 3 minutes, and we get our first goal of the game. Garner plays it short, Christy Davis, about 7 yards out, gets the goal. Because we're still losing, I'm going to go for an encourage. Okay, that's gone well. Sometimes aggregate games are a bit silly with the shouts, like you won't be winning a second leg. Oh, that's not gone well. Gustavo equalises on the night for Swift. It's 3-1 to them now on aggregate. But yeah, sometimes aggregate scorelines do mess up the shouts a bit. If you're leading on aggregate, but you're not winning the actual leg, an encourage can sometimes have a bit of a negative effect. I think that's still a thing that happens on FM22, and it definitely happened last year. But Swift have equalised there, and they're actually having a lot of possession at the moment, which I'm not a fan of. So what can we do about that? Let's try and press a bit more. We'll turn off the get stuck in as well, because we've had a couple of bookings. It may well be that we go out here, but the only thing that's going to happen there is we're going to drop down to the Europa League, so it isn't the end of the world. We'll just have to see how far we can get. Hawks to Garner, and a chance here to maybe go 2-1 up, and it's just wide by Ged Garner. So despite the lack of possession, we've probably been the better team on the night, but we're still trailed by 2 goals, so we're going to need at least 2 more goals here. Collie got 2 goals in that first leg, and here's Duriati. And again, that has not gone well. Luca Duriati makes it 2-1 Swift on the night, and they now lead 4-1. And things aren't looking too good here. It looks like we might be going out of the Champions League. And I don't know if we're expected to get a result here or not. Not really sure. But, I don't think Gibraltar sides get very far in these competitions, do they? I think Lincoln Red Imps are in the group, when we're in the groups of the Europa Conference League. I don't know how they did, but I'm pretty certain they got through to the Europa Conference League group stages. I think we're unlikely to be 2-1 down after that first half. But I definitely want to see some improvements. Let's go for a fire up. And let's try and be a bit more positive. Let's see if we can give the game to them. And maybe get a hold on this game and try and draw level. But we've got a lot of work to do. We're going to need 3 goals to draw level. Away goals, I'm pretty sure, aren't applied anymore. So we should be okay there. And maybe get it to extra time. But Colley's gone for a chip there, but it's gone onto the roof of the net. So the back line hasn't really filled us with too much hope. Charsley's not done too well as the Mitzala. Let's pick him something different. Let's go for the box-to-box. Sergio Sanchez with a header away. And here's Hernandez. Chance for us to break here. It's 2 versus 2. Hernandez is going to try and find Garner, hopefully. But we've got other players coming forward. I'm going to try and get some custom kits sorted out for this as well. Garner with a header, and it's in! Europa 2, Swift 2. It's 4-2 now on aggregate. And we've still got more than half an hour to go, so there's plenty of time to try and get back into this game. Hernandez holding up the ball well, waiting for those men to come into the box. And then Garner gets on the end of it with a header, and it's beaten the goalkeeper. And we're now level again on the night. Charsley with a free kick. And that has stung the hands of the goalkeeper, and it's been cleared for a corner. And it's been an exciting first game for us. 4 goals with this in. And now we have a corner to maybe go in front if this can go in. Hawks. And it's headed away by Malgay. Garner's going to chase this down. Here's Badan to Diallo. That's going to be the end of that. Going to go attack in. Again, possession not really in our favour. We're going to go narrow defensive width. And let's see what happens here. We're about midway through this second half. Ghana is struggling up top. We're going to get him off. Dylan Borge is the guy we're going to bring on. He's in our under 23s, but he's 19 and he looks like a decent prospect. We're going to change him to the advanced forwards. I'm also going to take off Charsley, who's not had a great game. Vinyas Cruz is going to come on. He is a bit of a midfielder, but he's 18, so bringing a bit of youth on here. We're going to make him Mazzala alongside Christy Davis. So 2 changes. I'm actually going to bring on Davis for Badan as well. 3 changes made, 20 minutes to go. We're attacking. Let's just give this our all and see if we can get 2 goals in these last 15 minutes. But it's not looking good, is it? It really isn't looking good. It looks like it might be the end of the Champions League run at the very least, but we'll just drop into the Europa League and see how we do there. We're probably going to get a tough opponent. And again, I don't know what the odds were of actually doing well here, but it's ended 2-2 on the night. We've managed to get a draw, but unfortunately the sides 2-0 win in the first leg mean the Luxembourg team go through. And I think we definitely played well there, but just not enough to actually get through, sadly. I'm going to say unlucky. I don't know how we were expected to do there, so I can't really comment too much about how good or bad it was. But we are out of the Champions League qualifying, so I don't know where that puts us. Hopefully into the Europa League. I'm guessing that's how it works. Usually you drop down to the competition below. But we've got £85,000 for that. That's a good thing about playing in Europe. The money you get in. We have over £1 million in the bank, so you know financially we're doing fine. Okay, we're in the Europa Conference League and we're against NSI from the Faroe Islands. Nes Sukna Idrottsfélag. I mean, I tried. Okay. I think that's a side that we can hopefully get a result against from the Faroe Islands. How have they been doing? They lost to Sheriff in their Champions League game. That's that's a really tough game. Sheriff, they did quite well for themselves in the Champions League group. Actually got points from Real Madrid. So, that's a difficult opponent for them. And they only lost both legs 1-0. So they've actually probably done quite well there. And these guys, the champions of the Faroe Islands, and they're going to be our opponents in the Europa Conference League. So we'll see how far we can get in the Europa Conference League. These guys, they're from the Faroe Islands, and they're probably not much higher than we are in terms of coefficients and ranking. So I think it's going to be probably quite an even match, but we'll see if we can get through. As far as what we need to do in terms of recruitment, there's definitely some areas that the squad needs some players because, we're definitely lacking in some areas. I think right back, getting a bit of support up front, and then centre mid, I think is what we need. But, it's not a terrible squad. Just needs a few extra heads in there. And, we've got plenty of time to get some signings. We've got the money to do so as well. We've got 2,300 in the wage. What sort of contracts are our guys on? See, they're not earning that much. Our highest earner's on £825 a week. So just over £2,000. You're looking at probably 3 top players there. 2 or 3 top players. So, I feel like we can do that. And because we're a British territory, we can go over to non-league and swipe some of their players. Especially if there's some semi-pro players out there on non-contracts. We can swipe their players for nothing because we're a professional club. That's the beauty as well of being professional, is that we don't have to worry about non-contracts. And if there is anyone that's not on a contract, we can go over and swipe them. So we've got a week until our Europa Conference League games. I'm going to use those 7 days to have a look at some players, seeing who we're going to be bringing in, get some trials in, and see if we can. We won't probably get some deals over the line in that week, but we can definitely look at trying to add some players to this squad because it's a thin squad. There's some decent players in it definitely, but it's just not a very big squad. So we'll see if we can add some players to it. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, drop a like down below and leave comments. They are the best ways to support the channel. If you haven't done so already, or if you're new, then do subscribe, turn notifications on so you don't miss a single episode of Local to Global. We've got 7 days till our next game, so we're going to try and see what sort of players we can bring in, have a look at our staff setup as well, and try and get some staff members in just to fill those out, get some more scouts and some more coaches, and try and prep for the next games in Europe. NSI from the Faroe Islands, see if we can get through that as well. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.